Hi YouTubers, welcome back to CB Power Sports Garage. Today we're going to knock out this oil change on this 2017 Yamaha TTR 110E. Stay with me as we get her done. Alright, well, I just got done riding her down around the block a little bit. It's always good to get her warm before we do an oil change. So she's good and warm now. I turned the fuel valve off. I'm going to let the carburetor run her out of fuel, and then we'll start on the oil change. And she ran herself out. Let's turn the ignition off. Turn the switch off. Alright, now we're ready for oil change. On this oil change on this 2017 TTR 110, by owner's manual specification to our location and temperatures in our area, which I'm located in Central Texas, we want to use a 10W40. It covers the temperatures that we might see here in the hill country. So we got a Yamaha lube 1040. Alright, we've got our 12mm wrench here. Drain bolts right here. Let's break it loose and drain some oil. Okay, broke loose. Always make sure you warm that engine up first. It makes the oil a lot easier coming out of there, cleaner. It'll be easier if I get that kickstand out of the way and stand the bike up. And there's the oil. We'll let her drain for a second. Set the drain plug out here out of the way. Get the kickstand down, put her back down, let her drain. There we go. Alright, now that that oil is done draining, we'll go ahead and put the plug back in her. Everything looked clean and good. Looks like this engine's gonna be nice to go. And again, our 12mm bolt. And always snug her up good and tight. Watch your head on the handlebars. Clean everything up so it don't get nasty. And we'll clean this bike up when we're done doing the oil change. Now that we got the oil drained, we got a funnel. I got a measuring cup from inside. I stole one from the kitchen, so we'll have to replace one for the house. But I'm gonna measure out 800 milliliters of Yamaha lube 10W40, and we're gonna put her in here. We're gonna open up the engine case, make sure we don't lose our O-ring here. And we'll set her aside. Right there. Alright. Funnel's all cleaned up. Make sure you clean your funnel. You don't want any debris going into your engine. And that funnel's not going to work very well. It'll do the job, just won't stay in the hole. Let's pour 800 milliliters of Yamaha lube. Okay, that's on the money. 800 milliliters. That's what the user manual tells me. That's what I'm going to start at. And we'll check the dipstick to make sure that she's right. Let's pour her in. Want to make sure your funnel's clean and pour slowly. Let's try not to get oil everywhere. Let it drip and run in there for a minute. That's probably just a little bit shy of 800 milliliters because whatever's left in here, but it's going to work for a start. Set my phone back in the cup. Keep my handy dandy red rag around. Now let's use our dipstick. I always like to stand the bike up straight, make sure that the engine's level when we're checking the oil level. Probably don't need to run it all the way in. I believe you just set the thread on for a proper check. Let me try again. Apparently this red rag is leaving a lot of lint on stuff. I'm gonna toss that red rag. I don't want to put lint into the engine and block up any areas that need to get oil. Okay, we're full. On the money. We'll roll with that. Clean it up, make sure we don't leave a mess behind. Alright, so it's that simple. Our 2017 Yamaha TTR 110E's oil is new and fresh. It's been through its oil change, its first oil change. I'm going to adjust the chain and I'll show you that here in just a second. Let's keep going. Alright, so we're going to need 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, and 17 millimeter to adjust this chain. Alright, so as you can see here, this chain is extremely loose. That is way too much slack in this chain. So we are going to loosen the axle bolt and tighten up the tensioners on both sides to pull this wheel back evenly. Let's show you how it's done. So we'll obviously need a 19 millimeter also for the bolt on this side. Go ahead and put that one here, 17 on the other side. And keep my wrench where it needs to be. Go ahead and get that broke loose, so that this wheel can slide back and we can tighten the tensioners. That should be enough slack, I believe. Now the axle's loose. Move in for a quick shot closely. We're going to take these tensioners, we're going to tighten them, and it's going to pull this axle back. Right now we're on the third dot on both sides. We're just shy of it. As you can see right there, they have it keyed or guide marks. But let's move it back, see how much it takes to get this chain tight. Alright, I always find myself comfortable straddling this rear wheel. We'll break this 10 millimeter loose, get this 12. We'll drive this 12 millimeter in. We want to do the same thing on both sides simultaneously, or one after another. so that we pull the wheel back evenly. If you ever lose reference though, that's what the little notches there on the axle are for. So let's do one turn at a time per side. And we'll give it a look. That's not as much adjustment as you would expect from one turn, but keep going. One full turn. One full turn. Now we've made some movement. And the chain is still extremely loose though. I don't like how loose that is. I'm gonna do one turn. One turn. One turn. One turn. Now we got 2 full turns on that one. Let's see what we made. Making more good distance there. And our chain made a substantial change there. Let me show you. Now the chain has got just enough slack to move around with the suspension and not come off that sprocket. So we'll tighten her down now. Alright, now that we got the chain tightened to where we want it, the axle's where we want it, we're going to hold this 12mm. We don't really hold it, but we're going to tighten this 10mm down against the 12mm to lock it in place. Make sure that she doesn't move around. And now she's locked, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. Now they're both locked together. They shouldn't go anywhere. Give this rear axle a tighten back up so that it's tightened to the swing arm. And make sure this wheel don't come off, because the wheel coming off while we're riding would be no good. Okay, 19mm on this side, 17 on that side. I don't know that I'll need it on that side. We'll get her tightened back up. Make sure she's nice and tight. Don't want her to come off. All right. And that's our adjusted chain on the Yamaha TTR 110E 2017. All right, now she's all done. We'll turn her on. Turn the fuel on. Choker.